Hello everyone, this is Opera Grishi and this is Explore Ogbomosho Media, and we are live here at Hastom Foods and Farms Limited, and here with me we have Mr. Emmanuel Olaniro, the Commodity Aggregation and Logistics Officer. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you once again, sir.
Thank you so much.
So let's go with the first question, sir. Can you tell us about Hastom and the story behind its establishment?
All right, that's a quite interesting story actually. Our CEO and founder, Mr. Debo Thomas, used to be very active on Ireland back in the days. Educating people about agriculture, sharing information, engaging with people about agriculture and farming. So that way, naturally people who wanted to farm just reached out to him for farmland, and that was how it started. So people kept coming for inspection, videos, pictures were being shared, testimonials began to spread, and so that was how it started. So but then there was this particular prospective clients who reached out to him one day to source cashew. So and then the person came over to Ogbomosho, and together with Mr. Debo, they went around warehouses in Ogbomosho. And going around the warehouses, they discovered that yes, those warehouses were stocked with cashew, but they were already paid for cashew. So the client couldn't get what they wanted. And that became like a light bulb. Mr. Debo saw that opportunity before him, and that was when Hastom moved from just merely selling farmlands to actually planting cashew on the land for individuals and businesses. So that's what I would say culminated into the full Hastom that we have today.
Wow. So many people know agriculture simply as just farming, but Hastom seems to be operating beyond that. So how would you describe your mission?
All right. Agriculture is a wide field actually, and farming is just an aspect of it. We have input sourcing, input supply. We have production, that is the real farming, crop production, staple crops, maize, cassava, and the likes. We also have aggregation. We also have value addition, just to mention a few. So, and I can tell you that Hastom is currently settled in some of these value chains. So our mission is to facilitate the development of agriculture in Africa through input supply, agro-education, value addition, and marketing. And that's what we do basically. So we do all of that to unlock the potential of agriculture in Africa, build a system that can enable Africa agriculture compete globally.
So can someone with little or no farming experience own and benefit from farmland through Hastom system?
Absolutely. For instance, we have, in fact, vast majority of our clients are individuals, professionals, businesses who saw opportunity in agricultural real estate and agriculture generally, but do not have the time or the experience to do the farming themselves. So we have clients who just buy farmland as a form of land banking, and then in fact we have people who have bought land for over half a decade and even more that have not even stepped their feet. So we are waiting for the time they will probably come and inspect and maybe give instruction for the land to be put to use. And then we have some other clients who have gone a step further with us by partnering with us for crop production: maize, cassava, soybean, cashew, and even livestock. So, and without having to soil their hands, or their feet. So we do all the groundwork.
Wow. So why did Hastom choose Ogbomoso as their base?
All right. The cashew and the opportunity we saw in it, really, that's what made us choose Ogbomoso as the base for our operations. Ogbomoso produces the best raw cashew nuts in Nigeria. But if you look at the landscape currently, you discover that what we are producing yearly is way behind the demand. And so that tells us the enormous gap that is associated with cashew production. And we receive calls from people who wants to source cashew. Even during off season, we receive as much as twice in a week and much more during cashew season. So, and that is not going to slow down anytime soon. And that is why we have decided to plant ourselves here.
Yes. Wow, nice. So what agricultural opportunities do you think Ogbomoso has that are currently underutilized?
Let me start from cashew again. Now, with all the hype around Ogbomoso cashew, you will still discover that most of what we aggregate here still taken outside Ogbomoso for processing, even sometimes completely outside Nigeria. So that shows that we still have a wide gap as far as cashew itself is concerned. And then if you also look at Ogbomoso generally, you discover that there are thousands of acres of farmland that are sitting idle within and around Ogbomoso, and with the Ilorin-Ibadan expressway that is nearing completion now, you discover that what has been neglected, what has been ignored, will soon become something of great value that people begin to pursue. And then I would also say that geographically, Ogbomoso is blessed. We are located in a place where we serve as a link between the to the north, and then of course to some other parts of the southwest here. And that positions us as an agricultural hub where trade is ongoing, and then of course movement of commodities across different zones of the country.
This is wonderful. So this brings me to my question. It is recorded that you have aggregated and traded over 25,000 metric tons of cashew. You have acquired and sold over 16,000 acres of arable farmland to over 1,000 clients. What is that one lesson you have learned through the process so far that will be beneficial to those coming after you who also wish to achieve success in the agricultural industry?
All right, I will say that the most important asset in business is trust. Agriculture generally, and then of course farming, comes with a lot of risk. There are times that we have poor rainfall pattern. You have market prices that crash unannounced. You have crop harvests that fail. And so we have been through all these challenges, and we have been able, and when you come to that point, what you need, what the clients look for to be able to stick with you is whether you are able to be sincere with them when things go bad, when news go bad. And so that's the reason why we are still standing. We have seen a number of agribusinesses that have come on the scene with very loud marketing and very big promises. But they have come taking people's money and they have disappeared with no trace. But we have survived season after season for over a decade now, and that's not luck. It's because we keep doing what we tell our clients we will do, and even when it costs us, we keep doing that season after season.
You're being truthful with your clients.
Exactly. That's why we're still here.
So what skills do young people need today to succeed in agriculture beyond farming itself?
All right. The first thing I would like to talk about is inquisitiveness. Our youth need to really be intentional about asking questions. Why do things work the way they work? Why do certain crops do better under certain conditions? Why do market prices, fluctuate here and there like that? So the first thing is being inquisitive about what is going on. And then I would like to also say that the willingness and readiness to learn is also a very key factor. Yeah, there are people in this land and beyond, of course, who have knowledge, practical on-field knowledge about agriculture, untapped knowledge about agriculture. So sitting with people like that, puts youth at an advantage, at a hedge when it comes to agriculture. Then another thing I would also like to talk about is the area of data management. Being familiar with data, being able to assess and analyze data correctly, not just data that are picked up from the internet, but from real sources, from real farm practices. These are some of the things that I believe can help our youth to thrive in agriculture.
Thank you very much for that, sir. So what does the future of agriculture in Ogbomoso look like to you, sir?
I would say very bright. Yeah, very bright, because if you look at the terrain, nature has favored us. And agriculture goes beyond just farming. Like I said earlier, there are lots of opportunities in agriculture generally. We have the inputs aspect, we have aggregation, we have processing, we have value addition, we have trading, we have even the technology aspect of agriculture. So what we only need as a people is to plug into these opportunities. Yeah, so you can see it's very obvious that what the future holds is far greater than what we're seeing currently. Yes.
Thank you very much for that, sir. So my very last question. So what message would you like to leave with the people of Ogbomoso concerning agriculture and the opportunities it presents?
All right, I would like to say that Ogbomoso is really blessed. And I think deep down, Ogbomoso people know it. But it's like, we're just waiting for people from outside to come and tell us what we already know we have. So that, I think that's the challenge we are facing. So going forward, I would say that the opportunity is vast. There's room for structuring, there's room for organizing what we already have, and then of course Ogbomoso can become a model for development and prosperity that is driven by agriculture if we have more youths building businesses around agriculture, if we become more intentional, collaborative, and then we're able to put the right structures in place. I believe the future is right for Ogbomoso.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel Olami. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for taking time to share this insightful information about agriculture. So it is a wrap here. Once again, this is Explore Ogbomoso Media. See you next time. Bye-bye.